So unless you've just come off a 6-month trek from the Great Wall of China, you might have realized that I've kind of got popular on YouTube, and I cashed that out and I bought some stuff, and I just want to show you guys because it's funny when I get people going like, he's losing again, he's losing again. Well, actually, YouTube is pretty cool right now, so got some cool stuff. Hey ma'am, sir, we have these Bulgaria glasses, but they're a little bit towards the high end of the price range. They're 1,000 dirhams, maybe out of your price range. I'll take them. And when I wear this, I can pretend I'm American. Oh my god, that was so not California. Steven Johnson stocks, and I'm not showing you guys this stuff to be a dick, okay? I'm showing you it because I want you guys to see that when you work really hard, like I have for the past 6 months, success does come, and I'm seeing it now. So like I've got a brilliant career in advertising that's going very well. YouTube is taking off, very good career on YouTube. And when stocks comes off, like again, I'm not being a dick, but I'm gonna be fucking rich. Like I'm not joking. I was talking to my friend, I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm actually gonna become fucking rich. And it's very, very awesome. It's just a patience game, waiting for the time to come, waiting for it to happen. And I'm already like getting more successful, but the thing with trading is with every single failure you have, you're one step closer to becoming more successful. And that's what I love about trading. This is why I keep going. This is why I've got the fucking millions of charts on the wall, okay? But flat week this week, lost like maybe 40 bucks. I call it a flat week. Took money out the market, lost money on commissions. Awesome, awesome lessons though, but first let's go through the tweets. Mike, fellow challenge student early in the second month, plug got me for 50 as well. I think Dux was actually shortening it. So if you're in the challenge, watch that webinar, it's brilliant content. NKS432, you'll do fine. This isn't the first loss and it won't be the last, and it'll certainly not be your largest. It took Tim Grattani 9 months to get consistently profitable. Exactly, like I'm in like my 7th month in the challenge, and like I'm taking money out of the market these days. So I'm in a very strong position, and whether it takes a year or a year and a half, not really bothered. Manny P, Stephen, don't listen to these negative. Bleep, you are the man and I believe in you. Your dedication will pay off tremendously. And yeah, of course, it is already paying off. I'm already experiencing success. It's just about growing it. And Kim Ann, believe. It's so great that you're recording your whole journey. Thanks for sharing. And thank you. And that's the other thing. Like, you cannot quit. You cannot quit on trading. If you start trading, you can't stop because you could just be a few trades away from success. And if you make YouTube videos, you don't just make a couple and then fall off. I see other people have started making, like, documenting their journey on YouTube like I have. And then 2 videos later, they're not doing it anymore. Like, to be successful, you need dedication, and I have the most dedication. I will be here forever. There's no tweet from Thana. Is it Thana or Dana? I can't remember your name, but I love you. I love you. Trades! So as you guys know, I had that like $500 loss, $480 loss, and it was all about recovering from it this week. So I actually made a few trades this week, like 4 trades, because I haven't really found the market to be too solid. I mean, I've made 60 bucks on ADPT. Tried my first swing, I'll talk you through that, which was a $50 loss. But otherwise, if it wasn't for the swing, it would have been just a green week with the win on ADPT. But what I've noticed is, for my personal schedule, there's been a bit of a change in the market because I was kind of consistently nailing the intraday breaks in the afternoons. And yeah, I went through a spell of maybe having 7 out of 10 green trades. There's a nice $80 trade. And I was really not losing a lot, just trading this pattern. And I've got to say, God bless the challenge, because I've learned a huge, huge amount of finding the right setups, learning from Mark Crook, Tim Sykes, Tim Grattani. I've learned a huge amount. But I've got to the point now, in Stocks to Trade Pro as well, it's fully immersive. We're being with Tim Bone in the mornings and the afternoons on the sessions. But I'm at a point now where I really need to focus on myself and what works for me. And to be honest, what works for me, I've learned from Tim, so I often find myself, I'm in the same trade sometimes before him, ADPT as in it before him. So obviously I've learned to think like him, which is awesome. And I took profit like he did as well on ADPT. But I need to start really finding my own setups and just trading 1 or 2 setups. So the U-shaped break is definitely a setup that works all of the time. Like, I've never seen this 5-minute U-shaped breakout fail. And I'll buy a stock which has some news, and it's maybe I'll buy the first minute pullback, the first candle to make a new high after the 1-minute pullback, and I'll buy it if it's steady and it's holding its highs pre-market and it's got news and it's not up too much. They're the 3 patterns I'll play, but other than that, I'm not playing any other. And I've also got a loss journal. So When did I break the rules? I broke them twice. Did I win or did I lose? I lost both times when I broke my rules twice this month, not following the patterns here. And I recorded 2 losses. And this makes me think, well, next week I want to have 1 loss recorded in the loss journal, or ideally none. Now, ADPT is really interesting, and it reminds me of an interview. It's funny because Tim Sykes did an interview with a guy called from Tasty Trade. It's a YouTube video. Maybe I'll put the link in the description. And the guy was like, "Oh, Tim, you're an outlier. You might get the strategy, but you're a genius and no one else is going to get the strategy." And I can definitely say, like, I get the strategy. And the Tasty Trade guy is wrong, because you can't teach the strategy. And it's pretty simple. And I'll just run you through the thought process in ADPT. So its long-term chart is terrible, okay? But it's got this unprecedented volume on April 12th. And you think, why does it have the volume? And after watching Spikeability, I've learned that you've got to take weight for the news. Like, you might, when you're shorting stocks, you might think it's overextended, it's going to come down. News doesn't matter because it's over. But when you're in longs, you really need to know the news and give some weight to it. Honestly, I've learned it the hard way. So I check on April 12th. Why is it up? And then it's very easy to find. You type in ADPT with a hashtag, and Justin Zuma tells you, thanks Justin, Wexford Capital just bought 7 million shares, dropping the float to 5 million with 6 million shorts. And there's an SEC filing linked, because every time a company invests or buys a lot of a stock, they're legally required to contribute an SEC filing. And this is in Stocks to Trade as well in the news. So, I mean, I've got the float here as 20 million on Stocks to Trade, and if someone's just bought 7 million, or whatever the float is, I mean, it's a big investment in the company, so something positive's happened. And I don't give weight to this overhead resistance because the volume's unprecedented. So I can see immediately this is definitely going to be a buy situation, because there's a catalyst, there's unprecedented volume, and it's good news. It's like a billionaire play, which used to be hot a while back. So let's just go into the 2-minute chart. We know that this stock has run before, because it ran here. And it's kind of like a bouncing ball. It's likely it might spike again the next day, but it's not going to spike as big. And everyone knows this, so people start selling earlier, they don't hold as long, and the spike doesn't get as high. So I'm watching this, thinking this is going to run again, definitely top watch. Everyone was watching it in the Stocks to Trade Pro chat room as well when I was in the morning. Curled round, spiked. And the way I play this pattern, and it's the only way I ever play any pattern in the morning, and it works 90% of the time, got at least 60% of the time, 100% of the time from what I've been tracking. You wait for the red candle, you wait for the pullback, you don't chase, you never chase, you wait for the first red candle, you buy the first green candle to make a new high, and it regularly works. And if you just do this, you'll be profitable. And if I just do this, I'll be profitable. But my problem is I trade a lot of afternoons because I've got work. But you buy this green candle, your risk is off the low of the red candle, so you're risking the 230s. I'm in at 245, pops up, comes back down. Tim gets in around here, I remember, because I use in just after. It's great with thinking aligned. And then it runs, and I was selling. I had an order in the 270s, and I didn't get executed, so I quickly dropped one in for like 265. I got filled. Some I got filled at about 255. I sold on the way up, and I got sold the rest in the 260s. And this is a solid pattern that works regularly. Buy the breakout volume, look for a catalyst, wait for the first 1-minute pullback, buy the first green candle to make a new high. Play this pattern again and again and again, and you will be a profitable trader. So this was my first ever attempt at a swing trade, and I started considering swing trading as well as intraday trading because Tim Bourne likes to swing. I'm in the Stocks to Trade Pro group, and he nailed V-Ray. So I just wanted to try and emulate that, and this was not the best swing trade, but I learned a huge amount for it. So there's a number of things you've got to consider when you swing trading. So first off, the positives. The positives are it's got a solid 2-month chart that's running, and it's about to break $7, so it's a whole dollar break if it breaks it. So that's 2 positives, okay? Another positive is it's in the solar sector, which is a nice positive. And then a kind of a mini, somewhere in the middle, is if we look at the news, it has released earnings recently, like on the 16th of March, but that's not recent enough. So it's kind of an in-between. It's not a positive, it's not a negative. It's better if it released positive earnings maybe in the last few weeks. The other negative is there's no catalyst for it. Why am I buying a stock that's not got a catalyst? So there's no reason for it to continue going up. It's just going up basically from technical analysis. And the other negative is the fact that if you just go back a couple of years, which I really need to do more, we can see that this stock has resistance at 7. So I bought it at 7, thinking it was the whole dollar break, but it's actually got a lot of resistance at 7. Then it's got a huge amount of resistance, much significantly more. I mean, some in the 720s, you can see here, then some up in the 40s. So the fact that when it tried to break 7 last time, it failed and it went all the way down to the 4s, it's kind of overextended again back up here on the 7s. It looks like I'm buying a double top, and it looks like it is a double top, and it could be on its way back down now. So, I mean, just to take you through the actual chart, I got overexcited on a 2-month chart, bought a stock that has not got recent earnings. It does make money, but it doesn't have recent earnings, and it's got resistance at 7, and it failed the last time. And there's no catalyst. So it's not the best swing trade, honestly, but I learned a lot from it. And it's obviously, I bought it here when I was risking off like the 680s, and yeah, and it broke through my risk, and I lost on the trade. But next time, it's got to have more recent earnings when I buy a swing. It's got to have a catalyst on that day, and it can't have immediate overhead resistance on it on going back 1, 2, 3 years. So this is what I've learned, and this was all thanks to Tim Vaughan. He really taught me how to swing well. I just broke all of the rules. Thank you guys so much for watching. Social channels are here. And I just want to play you out with a song. It's a Bruce Springsteen song, Atlantic City it's called. And I love this song because it was the first time I felt like I captured the essence of magic. And it's because it's a couple, they've got nothing, they're down and out, but they've got drive, they've got the dream, they've got ambition to try and succeed. And I remember 8 months ago, I was like fucking depressed, I had nothing. And then just by like, I watched the Tim Sykes DVD and he was like, just give us a shot. Just give us like a couple of hours of your time. Just watch this DVD. And I give him a shot. And hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube later, I give it to him because he motivated us to do it. I will be successful in trading like I was in poker. It's obviously going to come, it's just time. I'm a boy living his fucking dream and I credit it to Tim, honestly. The guy fucking changed his life. And I'm telling you because I want you to have the dream too. I want you to feel the magic. I want us to dance in Atlantic City together. Yes, Atlantic City. Comment Atlantic City if you hear what I'm saying. Comment Atlantic City. I'll see you later.
Last night, now they blow up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. See what their racket boys can do. Now there's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble on, they promise.